You know, my dad was chill with me coming out. This is kind of how it went. It was like, Dad, what? I have to tell you something. You gotta tell me. Dad, I think I'm bisexual. You think you bisexual? Yeah. The fuck is that? Bisexual. It means like, you know, you like, it doesn't really matter what you like. You like boys, girls, it don't matter. What you like right now? Well, I got a girlfriend. A girlfriend? Yeah. How long you known this? I think I always knew. You don't know nothing. Okay.
Focused on this road of good. Focus on that focus. Focus on that focus. Focus on that focus.
Oh shit, I didn't do the fucking beginning. What is up? It is Paris Tempe. Paris TTMPPED. TTMPPED. And we are back with a better video. Hopefully this does not zoom in. Life before. Like, even though I look back, it was spontaneous. I did a lot of random shit. I met a lot of random people, and it all felt like it was going in this specific direction. It was happening in a way where I feel like I would procrastinate. I would do a lot of dumb shit, make a lot of weird decisions. When I could have went left, I went right, and when I could have went right, I went left. So, you know, I did things where I was almost like digging my own grave for a while, and it was a fucking mess. It created a mess in my life, and it was disappointing. You know, I feel like, you know, I would do all the right things, but then I would do not one wrong thing. I would see something from a different perspective. I would see it as the wrong thing, and it made my life a living fucking hell. Every day felt like a fucking struggle. Every day felt like it was another climb to the next day. It was to the point where I didn't want to wake up. And when you get to the point where you don't want to wake up, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, what's the point? You know, I was always a very open, I was open book. I always was full of energy, full of life, and I wanted to share who I was. And I knew that I had this in me, but I think it was, you know, my mom always told me, you know, don't be posting, don't be recording. You know, I saw it as a thing that was, you know, negative. And even though I kept doing it, when I would have certain people, you know, say, oh, what the fuck is this? Or I would put a lot of work and, you know, not even get any kind of reaction back. It made me not like my work and not like what I wanted to do. It made it not feel fun anymore. It felt like a task. It felt like I was trying to force this version of me out of me that was no longer there. It faded away. Coming out has always been a weird topic for me. You know, even though I've been on this journey for a very long time, it feels like every day I have to remember my journey, remember how far I've come, so that I can remember how to move in the world so that the world can consume me properly. So if the world consumes me properly, then I can be, you know, a little bit more within the pattern, but I'm also learning that it doesn't matter. You know, if that was almost an old perception that I'm constantly having to remind myself every day. Like, none of this really fucking matters. You know, it matters, but as much as I want it to. And it wasn't really until I started to record and post on this channel and realize that people are listening where I had to really sit down with myself and go, am I ready to really be me constantly? Am I ready to be in spaces where people will finally understand me? Because that would mean that everything I felt is valid. That would mean that everything I thought was real. That would mean that I am valid. That would mean that I am real. That would mean that I am valid. And it's weird because understanding that you are allowed blank. You are just able to be because that's just a human right. It's uncomfortable sometimes. Definitely when you lived in a world where it felt like it was a cage. Sometimes it wasn't even a cage, but because of days where it was a cage, it made the times where it wasn't feel. It felt uncomfortable. It felt like any day now something's gonna go wrong and life is gonna go right back. I'm only this far because of luck. I'm only this far because of this. You know, this is only that happening because of this. It's only a matter of time. And then the days kept passing and the years kept going, and I just had that same mindset. And you look back and go, all these beautiful opportunities have passed, but I've been in such fear that I was going to lose it all that it's gone now. And I had to understand, like, that shit, come on. And in finding myself, I've got quieter. I went from screaming to whispering, to watching, to forgetting. And now I remember everything. I'm back. Did I ever leave? Was I just on a different journey? Am I always this aware? Like, gaining confidence and hiding again is weird as fuck. But it's because, like I said, understanding that what I believe is going to happen, and that is happening, it's like beyond my understanding. This channel has 19K. I can remember making a video celebrating 500 right before I left North Carolina. It was amazing. I was so excited. Like, I'm like, oh my god, I've been doing this channel for so long and I finally hit 500, just hustling. And now I'm at 19 and y'all are just here with me. You're really here, and it's like, I'm here. Like, it's real. It wasn't in my head. You know, I'm grateful that I've been grateful this whole time, because every movement forward is just a step, a ginormous, like, leap forward. You know, growing up, I was misunderstood. You know, I was that kid recording. I was always singing, always writing songs, always wanting everybody to sing. Like, it was something that was like, what the fuck is this nigga doing? And now it's like, oh, this is all a part of, like, the genetic makeup. This is all a part of just who I am, what my soul, my spirit, what all of it wants to be. This is all a part of that process. Coming out is more than just saying, hey, I'm trans. It's like, hey, I'm transitioning into the best version of myself. Like, truly, the version of me with no fucking shame. Am I ready for that? It's like coming out to yourself. You know, this is more than just expressing myself on the channel. It's validating who I am and saying, fuck what anything thinks, including myself. Because in this moment, I'm valid. And this moment should last as long as I want it to. Forever, even. I wrote in my handy dandy notebook, being misunderstood was the price for freedom. And it really was. It's to the point where people now understand me. They just know me. Not know me, but because you gotta realize, when you're a kid, people are trying to figure out who you're going to become. Who's this person going to end up being one day? You know, and then you become the adult and they see you and they go, oh. So then keep in mind, they had all these versions of me that was all these possibilities. And I clicked on probably one that was not even in the possibility list for them. So I'm here. I'm in a space that's new to all of us. But it's to the point where it's new and comfortable. Uncomfortable because of the newness and the possibilities and the comfortability. Me knowing that life is exactly what it needs to be now. It's this, it feels new every fucking day. It feels amazing. You know, I'm very excited for what's to come and what door to open. I can remember when I started to kind of present differently before. When I was pre-T. My mom was like, what the fuck are you doing? Everybody was questioning me, wondering why. Suggesting. I was getting a lot of suggestions on what to do. Get a perm. Change your outfit. Do this. Do this. This would look better. Why are you doing that? That looks crazy. Change that. And I knew exactly what I mean. I'm not trying to say nothing mattered, but in that moment, in those times, in that, all that really mattered to me was just enjoying my life. As a kid, all you care about is having fun. You don't care about what you fuck wear, what the fuck you're wearing. Materials don't matter yet, you know. They don't start to matter to me, you know. Of course, you know, living in a man-made world with materialistic people. As the years pass and time is gone, it's still like, whew. I don't even know how to communicate with my family at this point. Some of them, because of like their misunderstanding is so uncomfortable and so like just. It makes it hard for me to be able to exist, because the way that I'm understood in my life on this channel, there's 19,000 of y'all that validate me and understand and respect. It's just like I crave that for the rest of my life, and I'll do whatever it takes, you know, to just maintain being in spaces like that where I'm just really understood and maintained, and it's a lot. It's deeper, you know. For so long, I just went under TT and PPED, because I didn't want to be found by nobody. I was afraid of losing my job. I was afraid of my family finding me. I was afraid of so many things. I was just afraid. I was always wondering, am I going to ruin my life? You know, like always, you know, questioning what to do constantly. Like, that shit put me in such a box. I was not going to make it. No one was going to ever find me. No, because I wasn't me. I was doing certain things, saying certain things, watching what I say. Like, I'm a grown-ass man. But that shit, like, you know, that family aspect of my life really did confuse me on what to do in terms of just creativity, which sucks, you know, because it was an illusion. It's not real. I can do whatever I want to do. And like, even in saying that right now, it feels like this reassurance that I keep forgetting. I wrote, I'm no longer hiding behind imaginary shame. It's not even real. You know? The shame, the guilt, the fear of what if. What the fuck's the point? It's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. Wondering what to do, what will be the right move. It will never get done. You know? It will just never get done. I have so many things and ideas to execute, and I'm always like, fuck no. Get it done. I no longer play with myself no more. Like, you know, because you just, it's a waste of time. You have to focus. Focus on what you want, not what you fear. Fear holds you back. You gotta move with love, move with purpose. I'm no longer putting myself in a box. I'm not that kid anymore. Something I have to tell myself every day. You know, something I reassure myself. It's a part of the journey. I met so many people along this journey through my trans madness. Because I have, you know, this journey has opened up doors that I cannot explain. This journey has welcomed me and said, welcome home. I'm here. And I want to share what's happened. Where my life has gone because I've chose me with y'all. I want y'all to see. I want y'all to see it firsthand. To be able to understand that choosing you is the best thing you can do. Come out. Fuck the opinions. Of course, choose safety. You know, even though I'm very open, I keep, you know, this is for us. This is about us. I make sure of it. You know, this is for you. You know, I'm learning to know me and not have to explain me. Share me with those that deserve it, and allow me to just flourish. No fear, just be. And what is will be. It's gonna be. I used to fear so many things, but fuck that. This is who I am. I stamp it. For a while, my music wasn't even like. I mean, I was, you know, no, it wasn't even under Paris either. It was under just Tempted. No one knew I was trans. You know, I was very, you know, I was mindful of what I wrote about. You know, I was not even what I wrote about, but what songs I released. Fuck no. I want y'all to really understand me, learn me, get me. Learn that choosing you is the what to do. Okay, no. Learn that choosing you is what to do. Choosing you is what to do. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I putting myself in a box held me back for a very long time. And this video wouldn't even be happening if I didn't decide to just say, fuck it. I wasn't even going to record. I was like, oh man, it's raining. Oh, I gotta stop. You know, my camera. I'm going to just record tomorrow. And I said that yesterday. But every day something happens, and that's just what life does. Life gives you lemons. And look, it's starting to clear up as I'm about to end the video. Life gives you lemons. What I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? Drink lemonade. Fuck, make lemonade. If it gives me lemons, I'm putting that shit in my food. I'm putting that shit in my seasoning. Like, I'm gonna eat the food. It's gonna be good. I'm a feast regardless. I'm not gonna let nothing stop me anymore. You know, that is an old mindset, an old habit that I have. A bad tendency of doing is just exhausting myself thin and then putting myself last. You know, it's just like, I don't know why I do that, but every day is another opportunity to choose yourself, you know. So I'm learning that myself. You know, I'm learning that in this first or whatever timeline of lifetimes this is. Some years later, nigga. Welcome to Trans Madness, where I expose my life and what it entails. You get a real perspective. Paris, TTNPPED, 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 TTNPP, TTNPPED. Y'all, listen, I have so much happening. I literally waited to put at the end of the video, so if you made it this far in the video, comment down below. Freedom Fragments. Listen, y'all, I'm selling patches on my website, Paris Tempted, in 7 days. Well, right now, 8 days. And then the next video dropping, it'll be 7 days. I think you should just keep out these videos so you can know when it's dropping. I'm trying really hard to just start, you know, selling merch and stuff like that. Really tapping in. Giving y'all what y'all want so that I can do this full time. This is my dream, y'all. Please. Every person that buys a Freedom Fragment, the patches. Listen, I'm gonna post a video about it honestly right now. What's up, y'all? So I'm gonna be selling Freedom Fragments, which are patches and different kind of collectible items that I'm making personally with my bare hands, and we'll be shipping them out to you. You can get them on my website at Paris Tempted. It's coming out in a few days. The drop will be happening soon. I'm going to be posting on all platforms when the drop happens. On my Instagram, I'm going to be posting it on here on YouTube. I'm going to be posting on my website. I'm very excited for what's to come. If y'all want to just keep up with what's going on, I suggest you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you can just keep up with the notifications so that you can know. They're going to be reasonable priced. I'm very excited for them. It's been taking me a while to just get it all gathered. I'm going to be giving you collectible items such as art pieces, patches, handcrafts, different kind of stuff. So if y'all want to tap into that and just be one of the people that help me towards leaning towards my life, what I deserve, and just, you know, I really want to do this full time. I want to be a YouTuber, y'all. I want to be a YouTuber so fucking bad. I'm trying so hard. I've been trying to learn and understand what I need to do, and what it really is just choosing myself. And it's been harder, you know. I've been in my head about it. I'm like, oh my god, you know, like what if? But I'm like, let me just try. You don't know until you try. So you helping will just prove to me that trying was the answer. Thank you so much, y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Paris out. For the record, I feel like coming out isn't necessary. You don't gotta tell everybody your business. You don't gotta tell everybody that you're trans, that you're LGBT plus. You don't gotta tell everybody what the fuck's going on. You know, I grew up and realized, wait a minute, I don't gotta tell you shit. Cause you know, I feel like after a while people just want to know just to know, and I'm like, wait, but what's the point of me talking about it? Like, I feel like you kind of already know, and me talking about it is just gonna be made to talk about it. And I feel like, you know, at some points I'm uncomfortable with my body. You know, now I'm very comfortable. I love my body now, but I feel like, you know, there was points where I wasn't comfortable, but people wanted to still know. And you know, you don't want to just outwardly say, hey, I don't like my body right now. Like right now is not the time to talk about my body. But you know, I'm growing up and I've learned to love it, and now I've learned, you know, so if I want you to know, I'll talk about it. If I feel like it, and I have no filter. So if I'm filtering, it's probably for a reason. But you know, I feel like some people don't realize that. You know, everyone has their own perception of who I am, what I mean, and why I mean it. And I'm like, that's just gonna be how life is, I guess. You know, I guess that's just how people are. So I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm gonna just allow those that understand to understand, and those that don't to just not, and they'll always wonder, and then I'll be a Google search away. You know, I don't know. You know, you can look it up, go on my YouTube channel, scroll far enough and you'll figure it out yourself. I don't know, but I'm learning that, you know, it's all about perspective. If you want to talk about it, you can talk about it. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. What do you want to do? What are you comfortable with? You know, those are the questions you have to ask yourself. But you got to realize nothing really matters. What did Lauryn Hill say? Nothing really matters. Nothing really matters. Okay. But like nothing matters, like for real. Like on some real, like eventually we're all gonna die. So like it's really up to you what you want to do. Well, you know, the younger you get, the more everything matters. But the older you get, it's like whatever. What the fuck? So I'm learning to just enjoy what I'm doing now. Enjoy the time. Enjoy life. Not worry about it. Not worry. No, even if I think I have to, I don't. And I feel like coming out is it could be a boundary. If you have a boundary, listen to it. Don't worry. Just follow your gut. And even if you want to, but just don't feel like it, just it's not really, nothing's really an obligation, you know? And that's what's for the record.